What is happening there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are going to watch Rings of Power, Episode 6 today. I know some people who already saw this, and they said it's a good one. And I'll be the judge of that. My opinion matters most. Not theirs. You don't even know who theirs is. Not his.
Nah.
And moi. I am the one who speaks for the majority always. Let's not forget that. So with that in mind, leave a like. Always leave a like. That like button comes in handy. Also subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified when our reaction for episode 7 is up. Well, I'll tell you whether or not you should like it. And also full-length reaction watch-alongs where you sync up with your own copy for the Rings of Power, available for our Super Sexy Rejects at our Patreon page. Cover a bunch of shows over there exclusively with reaction highlights and watch-alongs included. And the team of Prepper, thank you for helping us out of this down. John, how are you?
I'm here. How are you?
You only asked because I asked you. One day you'll ask me out of common courtesy.
I'll interrupt you next time.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Just saying, you know. How are you can go a long way.
That's true. It's a good lesson for you all. And me.
All right, let's do it. I don't believe this man is Sauron.
It'd just be so kind of obvious.
This is the night to reach out the iron hand of the Uruk and close our fist around these lands.
The Uruk.
Dude, this guy gives a great speech. I'm on his side. Team Orcs.
Let's do it. Adar for life.
Damn, this looks like the movies.
Yeah, that sounds like the movies.
Damn, what bold moves. They just walk through the door. They don't even, like, burst through it.
Yeah, you know.
We're here to kill you.
Don't exert when you don't have to. Yeah, buddy.
Take them all out.
Do some cool slow-mo shit.
There we go.
Bring him down!
Oh, he's gonna take them all out.
Yeah, burn them to the ground. Woo-hoo. You don't need no fancy tower. Wow.
Holy crap.
Whoa. That counts as a kill.
Nicely
So
done.
does that.
You must move now! You must move!
Damn.
Ooh,
This was an insanely clever plan.
this is a great strategy.
You have the look of your father.
I was always told I looked more like my mother.
Told you. Why aren't you sweeping shit?
You have one job to do.
His mother. What happened to her?
Died at birth.
We're sailing into the dawn, and yet to me, it feels like the coming of night. She drowned.
Mic drop.
Anytime someone asks me a personal question, I'm going to preface it with all of that.
Signal the other ships. Tell them to make all possible haste.
It's a wonderful transition shot.
I love that.
Where will you hide it?
No one must know.
Toss it into the bottom of the ocean.
All who cannot fight will be barricaded inside. This is to be our keep, our fallback point.
How we going there?
They just start in the keep.
Soon the sun will set. Do your part. And I swear to you, you shall see it rise again. Do you believe it?
He won over the heart of the people.
This shadow is but a small and passing thing. There is light and high beauty, forever beyond its reach. Find the light, and the shadow will not find you.
Damn, this feels like Lord of the Rings. That would have been great to add to your speech, by the way. This show's really about single parents.
The Alfrin seeds.
It is a tradition among elves. Before the battle begins, plant one.
Oh, even the bad guy did it.
The rest, we shall plant after the battle is over, in a new garden. You and I.
He's talking about having a family.
And a little house and a white picket fence.
Promise me.
Finally.
Make some new life in defiance of death.
Plant some seeds right now, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just you. You one orc. You go alone.
Don't take backup.
No backup.
Can't afford it.
Just a
Can't
solo
afford it.
orc right here. Oh no!
Oh.
That was fast. Oh no. Two throat slices. Nicely done.
Nice, Bronwyn.
God damn it, we've all been caught on fire again.
Ouch. Look at that form, though.
I know.
Posture.
They're headed for the tavern!
You're gonna have to go get more arrows, man.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Aw, damn.
Wow. That was amazing stunt work.
Ah.
Did he really do that?
That sure looked like it, yeah. Unless they pasted his head on this whole time.
Might have been a hidden cut there. Oh, no.
Oh, buddy.
Wow. There's some great action in this.
Yeah.
Wow. That got me nipple chills. Damn. Great ass wire work here.
Oh,
Nice.
savage.
That's right.
Damn.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go for the jugular. Oh, Jesus Christ. That looked painful.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in your mouth, dude.
Oh no. Oh God, that's like
It's
like a Sam Raimi gag.
Close your mouth. Goddamn, close your mouth, Arondir. Can't get over that.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith over here.
Kiss him again.
Plant those seeds now.
Yeah, get some orc blood on those lips.
Oh yeah, he drank like a pint of that dude's blood just now.
While you were fighting that one guy, we took care of the rest.
We did the army. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Bit brave, Alf. More a bit.
Does anyone have some orange juice?
I'm feeling a little lightheaded.
Bronwyn.
What? Damn,
All the helmets.
they just turned around and fought for them immediately? Jeez.
Don't we take him in for nothing? All you will.
Wow, what a great way to have a feeling of a false victory.
Here comes the second wave.
No, don't get in the line of fire. Oh shit! Oh! Oh shit!
Oh! No, don't do the vocal.
Those sound designers on those like arrows piercing fucking hurt.
You can feel how fast they're going, like the wind whipping.
Table! Hurry!
She's more important. She's the most
My
important.
woman first. She's technically your leader.
Help him first.
Oh man, I hope they don't kill her off.
She can come back from a shoulder wound.
God, any slight movement must be so painful. Jesus Christ, it's right through you. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it.
Put pressure on the wound.
Pressure will stop the bleeding.
You should probably like burn it or
Cauterize
it. Yeah.
You must have a sword in the fire somewhere.
We have to seal the wound with fire. Bring me some burning wood.
Burning wood? Seems like you get a lot of debris in there.
Well, he's doing some elven shit.
Like throw these trees all out of you.
Now. Now this side.
There's just so much coming out.
Ooh.
That's enough.
I mean, who hasn't cauterized a mother's wound before?
Mother! Wake up! Mother!
Check her pulse.
Don't worry. Their tears will bring her back. Oh, Daddy. Mom's back.
Getting like Shadow of Mordor video game vibes.
Whew. Damn, look at them headdresses.
That's a great shot. All the budget went to the horses.
Yes.
Sit down!
This just got personal.
Sani Kirsten. Ase Anthony.
Atisani. Aruvanza.
Mean.
Not that guy.
That guy. That guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is getting very real. Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, that is menacing.
The woman next.
Wait! Now! It's under here.
Dude.
did Theo know?
He's always lurking.
I thought no one was supposed to know. Unless he just has that connection to it.
Nope.
I have a task for you.
Oh, hell yeah. They knew exactly where to go.
Yeah, jeez.
This is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. Dang! Oh! Close lining them.
Yeah!
Dude. That must hurt. Oh! Damn!
Galadriel!
Oh! That was awesome. Get him, young Dwayne.
Lieutenant!
Yeah. Yeah.
Just stay there for the rest of the fight.
Yeah. I'm cool. I'm cool.
God damn! This is amazing work here.
Yeah.
Maktar, their commander.
Oh my god, they're meeting each other.
Hey. Go get his ass. Whoa, dude.
Ken,
Oh, nipple chills. show's doing it for me.
Yeah, man. The even-numbered episodes, boy.
That is a really impressive stunt work.
Yeah, it's cool to see Trick riding again.
Look at that. He looked at her with awe. He knows who she is. That's so exciting.
I know. I'm like, go, show. Go. You got it. You can do it.
Great shot.
God. Come on.
Oh, corner him. Corner him.
Whoa! Joust.
Thank God. I did not want to see a horse get stabbed. Oh my God. Launch it at him.
Step on his hand.
Oh. Even better.
You remember me?
No.
They need him alive.
I need him alive.
You don't know what he did. Did I cause someone you love pain?
Yes.
Oh, obviously.
Perhaps a child.
Eat your tongue. One cannot satisfy thirst by drinking seawater.
He wanted to get caught. It was part of his plan.
He wanted us to lock him up in the MCU.
Damn, all the storylines just kind of came together.
I know.
Except for the Nori and all that.
They'll stumble across this soon enough.
Where is he? Where is Sauron? Perhaps we should bring our prisoners into the sunlight.
Found a weak spot.
Sauron devoted himself to healing Middle-earth, bringing its ruined lands together in perfect order.
Perfect balance.
A shadow of dark knowledge that kept itself hidden, even from him. No matter
blood he spilt in its pursuit.
That episode was very essential.
I killed Sauron.
I cannot believe that you are this army's only master.
My children have no master,
They are not children, they are slaves.
but each one has a name. Perhaps your search for Morgoth's successor should have ended in your own mirror.
Perhaps I shall begin by killing you. You slavering orcs.
Galadriel.
If I can't do it, you can't do it.
We need a mediator in here.
Whatever it was he did to you, be free of it.
I never believed I could be. Until today.
Hmm.
If I could just hold on to that feeling, bind it to my very being, then
I felt it too.
Twin flames.
Bronwyn. This is Lord Halbrand.
Are you the king we were promised?
I feel cornered.
I mean...
yes.
Accept your birthright.
All hail
Ha
to the true king of the Southlands.
He looks straight up like Viggo Mortensen there.
I know. Massive Strider vibes.
It's cool seeing them all cross paths, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good payoff.
It's not just guilt, I feel. It's loss. When it was in my hands.
Gotcha.
Give it to Numenor. To toss into the sea on their voyage home.
I'm not going to be by your side this entire time.
I'm not gonna make sure you follow this through or anything.
You thought you could placebo affect him. Oh, wait, no.
They've been bamboozled.
I totally misread that.
Yes.
This son of a bitch.
This friggin' guy.
You sons of bitches didn't check.
It's one of those release keys. Damn it.
You've had hours to look at it.
And this guy's probably going to live a whole long time. Oh, God,
no. Hey, it's like Queen Regent's nightmare.
Eric. Careful. No, either we.
You have to learn to speak horse, Isildur.
He forms an unbreakable bond with the soldier he bears. In time, they become as one, even knowing the innermost feelings of each other's heart.
You know his feelings?
No.
Gay.
Spend our time talking to horses.
Think you could teach me?
Aw.
No.
Go sweep some shit.
Holy shit, what a shot.
Damn guy.
That's right. When he went out outside of the keep, he said he told him he was going to give him something or something like that. Yeah. Just had an identical cloth.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
You guys better get a move on.
Yeah, let's get them back on the horses.
Holy
wow.
God.
Oh.
Go fight the mountain.
Wow. I'll go close that thing myself. Oh, yeah, slimy guy.
How did she survive that? That was great.
That was a very gripping episode.
That was great.
Whew.
Yeah, that was fantastico.
Dang. I need to breathe for a second.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was quite thrilling, quite punchy.
Yeah, this was the first just truly exciting, suspenseful, tension-filled episode, and it just kept escalating wonderfully. It was really just gripping and dark, and you fall for the triumph, and then with a wonderful scale, it feels expensive, looks expensive.
Boy, howdy.
And it's put to great use. It was the first episode that truly brought catharsis, I thought. And there was wonderful payoffs, and I didn't even realize, it's fucking exciting seeing these characters come together. Holy crap. So, separated for, so many episodes now, and you've been wondering, when's the tie-in of these characters going to happen? There's still some other characters who have to full-heartedly connect. I don't know, maybe the direction of the show with the stranger, the wizard, and the Harfoots will have a bit of that Hobbit touch to it. It comes down to the little people. They're the ones who help save the day. They're a big part of the victorious nature of it all. I don't know. But as far as this episode in particular, I thought it had just a solid grasp on suspense and tension and mood, and with just wonderful choreography throughout. A lot of the times the choreography with a lot of its angles and oneers and whatever, it can be really cool in certain sequences, but this had to be orchestrated from beginning to end. This had to have a full construction around it in order for the emotional upheavals and the highs and lows to be really felt, and the dower and the sense of loss to the victory. There's elements of the people from Numenor that seem to harken back to the feelings of when the people of Rohan rode in the Two Towers. I thought this was great, and then it showed me I actually guess I like more of these characters than I thought I did, because when the calm settled, when the battle settled, and then I'm watching Galadriel, and she's whooping ass. I'm like, yeah, go girl. And Galadriel and Halbrand, and when they're talking with each other, and Arondir and Bronwyn, I've been endeared to in the beginning. Even when other people were naysayers about them, I've always been quite endeared to that duo. But yeah, when she was dying, I was like, oh shit, I really don't want this girl to die. I don't want it to happen. And so yeah, watching the thing that really the thing that really solidified for me that I guess I'm more invested in these characters than I realized was the fact that all the fighting had finished, and then we spent 10 to 15 minutes with just scenes, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm into this. Okay, yeah, I'm actually really into this. And yeah, I think that this show, I don't know, I guess it's just it really clicked for me this episode, because yeah, it helps to have something that's truly exciting and to finally have some full on action sequences and battles and all that, things that you feel like you you were promised with something like this IP, this specific franchise, the budget surrounding it, and, things that you've been wanting to see be paid off. But what impressed me most, it's something that I think is often very overlooked in terms of action, can be the stunt work of horse riders and actors having to train to do that. Like, that shit's really fucking that's the dangerous stuff. And when they're doing those like fast takes, when they're, I don't know if it's like how sped up it is and whatever, but when they're like running through the woods, that's some really dangerous stuff, and they don't even have helmets on when they're doing it. So when you're watching them all ride incredibly fast, I found that like it's cool to see like the practicality of it brought to life, and even some of the wire work when Arondir and that orc are going toe to toe. The wire work mixed with a little bit of some slight CGI to enhance some motion smoothness and whatever, I thought was really well executed. Yeah, this was a really gripping episode, and then the ending results with the characters just chit chatting with each other, and of course like getting information on Adar, who Urukai. It sucks, man. They just get dwindled down, man. I feel like Uruks are much. I mean, that's what it must be, right? Urukai. Uruk? How do you say it? Uruk. Because it's Urukai.
Yeah, which is something.
But they're
I think
still
there's,
just like
absolute
madam.
Yeah, they're like slightly more cunning and a little more like less feral, more intelligent, maybe. But I think the Urukai have like man DNA too, or something like that. I think that's part of where that comes in.
Well, still, that scene with Galadriel I thought was great, and the character moments I thought brought real intensity. So yeah, I think that this was this episode made the other episodes feel suddenly worth it, and felt like a good payoff, and it didn't need to check in to Elrond and Durin for me to enjoy it. And so I think having this finally brought in, it's like, does that make the episodes that I wasn't fond of suddenly, great or something? I wouldn't say that. I would say that the patience and the payoff, I felt the payoff. I felt a reward, and I felt like, oh, I actually really care about what's going on versus this looks cool, finally, some cool shit. I found myself emotionally invested in it, like even when there wasn't action, but like the reveals of the people who had just decided to fight with the orcs was there's a punch to the gut there, man. And even the reveal with although I do think it's a little silly that they didn't, like, no one picked up on the blade.
Yeah,
it's like, come on, one of you guys had to have been like, this is it.
Especially that guy, that shifty old guy, like rifling around. I feel like somebody would have noticed him.
Yeah, and especially because the show established that it's okay if people touch this thing, like certain people can't. Like, you don't want to put it in Theo's hands. However, like you see Arondir listening, come on, break, like
yeah,
gotta get rid of this. So I think like after hours of just everyone under the assumption like, no, this is it. I feel like they could have noticed. They would have noticed earlier. But for the dramatic effect and for the reveal, for the storytelling, yeah, I think it has a good big moment at the end too. And even for Galadriel of having the victory and then looking around at, oh my God, I guess I motivated these people into battle, and now look what's become.
And now we've brought about the exact thing we were hoping to avoid.
Yeah, because this mirrors Queen Regent's nightmare. So yeah, that was great. Like it wasn't like nonstop, details and exposition. So there's not a whole lot for me to really talk about. But so yeah, I feel like that's my opinion on this episode. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was great, and I'm really looking forward to next week's episode. Yeah, it's the first time I've ended it with like, I really want to see how this plays out now.
Yeah, 100%. I think there's something about a battle like this that,
it's part of Lord of the Rings. Like, you need that.
You
need it. It's not like, oh, you guys just like action. I'm like, nah, you need it.
No, because it is an epic, and that is a part of it no matter what, whether it's The Hobbit and you're battling a fearsome dragon, or it's, the saga that is Lord of the Rings and is the clashing of armies, and the battles a war is battles spread out over time. And I think something like this, it does a really nice job of making everything feel very immediate and very intense. And it made the map feel more fleshed out to me, because up until this point, cutting them around all these places, they felt very disconnected from each other to a point where when the Numenorians were riding into, the rescue, I was like, oh yeah, this is where they're going, Whereas before I felt kind of detached from details like that. And so, this really brought the map into better focus. It brought the conflict into better focus. I liked pretty much everything you said. Like, there's some really beautiful, impressive moments where you're sitting there going like, this looks like it was done in camera, and I can't tell. They had a horse run through that gate, and then some other, crazy action thing happening in the foreground. Like, there's really great framing. It's really well thought out. And, like, every character has to kind of express through action, not just like battle scene, but it motivates a lot more internal life on display as physical stakes take hold. And then it rings the contrast really nice when there are these brief moments of reprieve for characters to reflect on the moment, or try and rally each other. Like, there was a lot of, I feel like the show can often overlook the element of humanity that is necessary to endear us to characters, and this managed to give us like way more action than we've had thus far. There's an action-oriented episode. There's a battle episode, and yet it also brought with that, I felt, a kind of humanity, among all those things, while the conversations and, like you said, the character beats don't get amazingly rich. They feel well proportioned to this episode, and characters
the end.
And and characters like Adar even still have that like very engrossing sort of, okay, like, you're one of these dark elves, you're an ilk of which we haven't seen as much of as of Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, so there's something interesting. Like, the orcs continue to have this very interesting quality to them as this show kind of does its thing, and I'm really pleased with that. And like the whole reversal with them fighting their own was really cruel and heart-wrenching, and like something I never would have thought about. And like, they got me with surprises. They got me like tense with the just efficacy of the action. And I was caring about every plot line, even Isildur talking to Arondir, about just afterwards, in the aftermath of everything, kind of wanting to rise to that purpose, and the horse kind of knowing that that he's off, that he's rattled, and kind of needing to confront his own emotional self, but also to kind of open up to his dad. Like, they gave everybody a moment or two to feel, human amidst these stakes, and I thought that was great. And then, you have a bunch of badass stuff, and then you have a devastating, elemental, flooding / volcano scenario to cap it all off. Like, it is like that really heart-wrenching reversal where it's like you spend the first part of the episode being like, yes, we're killing it, we're winning. Oh shit, no, we are not winning. We just wiped out some of our own people. And then we get this another rush of catharsis as Numenor shows up, and we get to live in the celebration afterwards. And that is hollow for some people, but for, the infantry at least, it is, a moment of togetherness and of hard-won sacrifice. And then the ultimate, just plummeting of your stomach and heartstrings comes in the form of that final blow with the sword key and all that stuff. And then,
it shows you the dangers of the sword key. It shows you of like, oh yeah, you really shouldn't have let this get out of your hands like that. That is really bad.
And the way they talk a little about Sauron and like, oh, I killed him myself. No, you didn't, or he went off to focus on healing the land and things like that. Like, it adds to that mystique too, because you're like, clearly this is of his design, and this seems like, one in a sequence of almost Rube Goldberg-esque, machinations that will then, topple the dominoes that'll lead to the outcome that they've been trying to prevent. Our heroes have been trying to prevent this whole time that we've been watching the show. So this was really engaging and like well-rounded and connected, and a good example of when you take a little time away from certain characters, you can get more out of other characters. And now I'm excited to return to Elrond and Durin. I'm happy at some point to return to the Harfoots, but I don't like I wasn't missing them from the episode, which I think is good.
Yeah. I wasn't like, amuse me with the characters I actually really care about. Like I thought like what Halbrand and like Halbrand, I felt for Halbrand's moment when he does like I really thought he was a character I could give two shits about. And then when it came to the moment when he's with Bronwyn and he has to, this is his moment. Like I know he rode into action and everything, but for him to be like, yes, I am the king, I felt that moment. And then the joy and euphoria of his people feeling like they have their leader back with them. There's hope.
Yeah.
And then even having such a dark moment with adorable Adar. Yeah, with Adar. And then when they sat down next to each other and the conversation ended with them feeling like there's light, with them fighting side by side, there's hope. You could also feel that there's a tragedy coming their way. Even with Isildur, we know the tragedy that is to come. And I think the way they've been fleshing him out is better because I couldn't quite tell at times what they wanted to do with Isildur because sometimes he just seems like a bit of a selfish brat. And other times he's like, I want to fight for something. I don't really know why. And then there are other times where he seems to like lean into the nepotism of like, I want power without having to do all the work. So I'm really sure where they're going with him.
Seeking direction for sure.
And now I think they've really set up for him to have such a tragic moment where he becomes a man who is very much revered and very honorable to then make a decision that we know he's going to make down the road that will be just a tragedy for people. Like he's going to build himself up to this level and have what could be a glorious moment to then mess it all up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that the way they're fleshing this all out is really it's really working for me now, and this episode really clicked. And if it could just stay consistent for 2 episodes in a row for me, then I'm like, all right, yeah, there we go. Good. Yeah,
if we could get a great odd-numbered episode next.
Yeah, because then I know there are people who've definitely been liking to loving every episode thus far. And it has been the even numbers have progressively got every even number. We're like, that's the best one so far. Yeah. Uh-huh. and I really think that this one had just a wonderful construction around it. It was like, this is a hard thing to structure, and it's a lot to choreograph and a lot of moving pieces. And a lot of choreography. So
this is really impressive. Like this was a really impressive episode.
And I think the guy who plays Adar is great. I like I think out of anyone, the way how someone's written, Adar's the best, one of the best, because he never falls into villainy camp and just like, oh, it doesn't matter. We're going to kill you anyway. We're gonna win. There is a. He wears the tragedy on his performance of someone who once was he was an elf and had a darkness consume him, and he wears that really well. And there is a pathos to that character where you don't feel like there's hope for him, but you feel like there was a person of the past who maybe was not so evil because of the compassion he has for those he leads.
And the way he sees Sauron, even like it's the first time I feel like someone said like, yeah, he disappeared to try and go heal the land. And even though that there's evil darkness gathering there, it's still through that character's eyes makes Sauron a bit more interesting too.
Yeah. This is great. This is a great episode. This is great. There wasn't a single thing I had a qualm with, other than that thing of I'm gonna get some shit for having a problem with that, but you should have checked.
You should absolutely. Every time you grab that thing, you should make sure.
There should be a moment of, okay, yeah, we got it. Should have checked.
Yeah.
Should have been like, this doesn't feel like this. I mean, the way an axe feels does not feel
like a little hatchet like that. I'm like, how heavy is the blade of that thing? Because you had this big ass meaty hooky, hilt of a sword.
The design of an axe is very different.
Yeah, the shape, the weight.
Yeah, it's like a stick and then the rectangular curvy, thingy, and then the blade. And yeah, come on. I feel like there's a lot working against that moment, personally.
Sure. At first, I thought it was just like a test of like, just give this to them and let it go. And yeah, placebo effect, like you said. And then I was like, but I mean, I guess you can argue that because it's off screen for long enough, blah blah. But at the same time, I feel like especially after all they went through hiding it, I feel like you wouldn't. No one like. I feel like Arondir would like keep it on his person.
I feel like Arondir
like
would have Yeah, I feel like Arondir would have noticed it by feel.
I feel like yeah. But then again, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't.
Show sucks.
The same way. It's. I knew it. I knew they couldn't
show sucks.
do it.
We've been lying to ourselves this whole review. Terrible show.
No. It's just whatever Waldrag or whatever that character's name is. He's just got that much more cunning from hanging out with Adar.
All right, guys. Well, what did you think about this episode? Did you like it as much as us? Leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe. Click that bell. 2 more episodes left. Finally got me to the excited point.
It's gonna be good. Good finale.
Good to be here.
Good finale.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and those who have if you've like stuck with us on our journey, especially if you're one of those people who's been like, man, I really love this show, and they haven't been loving it as much as me, but so I appreciate those who just stick with us who have been
willing to tolerate our differences in opinion.
Yeah, and if we've had some opinions, thank you. If we haven't, thanks. I mean, just regardless, thank you for being here.
Yeah.